listening to? Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom. I'm a fantasy sports addict.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
And my name is Ryan.
Howdy, Ryan.
And I, too, am a fantasy sports addict.
Woo! Welcome.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. And welcome to, what is this? Podcast number 45, 46, something like that. And
I don't know anymore.
I lost count. At least it's sort of timely. Woo! Finally. What were we listening to there? What was that?
That was a Jawbreaker Boxcar.
Okay. All right.
You might remember Plinko used to do a cover of it.
Yep. Yes, I do, actually. Well, that's fun. That's good. I guess we had a little intro musically there. Thanks for sharing, Ryan. But today we're talking about Josh Lloyd's Red Rock 30-team Dynasty basketball league. We're going to talk about the draft lottery specifically. Over over the weekend? He did the lottery?
Yep.
Okay, so this past weekend, most of our listeners will also listen to Red Rock for the fantasy basketball content. Great podcast that Josh Lloyd puts together every night.
We listen to them ourselves, so.
Oh, yeah. Well,
addicts and.
We're staying up till 2 a.m. to listen to that. But
yeah,
yes.
I work overnight, so it works out perfect.
Oh, it's like having your coffee with that. You're fine. Or eating lunch to it. Yeah. That's perfect. But yeah, so he has a great basketball podcast, and we were fortunate enough to receive invites to this Dynasty League. And well, there's a lot of nuances. Let's call them nuances to this league. First things first, it's on a completely new website we've never tried. And
Fantrax.
Fantrax. We're looking at trying out Fantrax and possibly switching off of our home leagues. Yahoo. Just going to shit.
We're really disappointed in Yahoo. Like, we've been with Yahoo for
over a decade.
Years.
Yeah. And it just seems like it's going downhill. What's happening all of a sudden?
It just hasn't improved.
2 days.
Like, it's honestly like Yahoo today is the same thing I remember it in like 2002.
Yeah, that's true, kind of. I mean, I will say this. I'm not going to say it was the final straw, but 2 days in a row, my baseball leagues did not get saved when I made roster changes. And I'm not going to say it was 100% not me. Maybe my internet crapped out or something. But when it says all changes saved to your lineup, you should assume all changes were saved. I'm not going to go back and double, triple check it. Like, that's nuts. So, yeah, 2 days in a row, players are like, I know I put in that morning or not in my lineup. I don't know why that happened.
See, again, I think the same thing happened to me, but I always just think I just forgot or fucked up myself because I got so many goddamn teams.
Well, I was going to say there is a chance I fucked up or the internet fucked up or something fucked up. But I know for a fact I actually physically, manually set those lineups. And
I thought I did too because I got my system down and I always had it set until Friday, and then I can go into work Friday night and set them through the weekend, and that's just the way I manage my teams.
I usually set my lineups every morning. Not always, but sometimes you set in advance. But I always check at least every morning. And now Yahoo's just like, yep.
I do like every 3 days.
Okay. Well, that's not the point. That's not the whole point of this podcast. We're not just here to gripe about. But that's the thing is we're getting pissed at Yahoo. We're in this new Dynasty League, and it's going to be on Fantrax. And Fantrax does seem to have a lot of, I think, very interesting features, especially for Dynasty teams. We'll have to see how they play out. We'll probably give you guys a review of them.
I'm definitely interested to try it. Some of the addicts like JD Balla.
Okay.
He's on there. He's been talking them up, and he likes Fantrax.
Okay, so that's going to be new for us. What else is new is this is by far the deepest league either of us have ever done. We've done
30 teams.
30 teams. So it's basically, as we said in the last podcast, which may or may not have been coherent for you to understand. That was a rough podcast last week. That was pretty sloppy, Ryan. We were all over the fucking map on that. But yeah, so 30 teams. It's basically about as close as you can get to having a real NBA franchise. So like, you know, you got your starting rotation, and then you got your sixth man sort of thing, and the rest is just
for this
bench
league.
scrubs.
There's 7 starters essentially, or 7 or 6, I forget, and then 13 players. So 390 total players are being drafted in this fucking draft.
That's insane. All right, so your 7 starters, that's basically the rotation or the main rotation of like a typical NBA team, I would say.
Exactly.
So like our last 2 like actual roster picks, we're going to be picking like, you know, like guys off the bench already. So then the bench is like the bench. That's like guys like in and out of the D League.
But at the same time, you don't have to play them, or you can't really play them.
Unless you need that 2 points.
Well, but at the same time, you should still have enough because it's only like 7 players.
Okay. Well, yeah, I agree, but this is just really, really deep. This is kinky, man. This is whew.
It's what, Pineapple Fantasy Satan deep?
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Ooh.
It's that deep.
All right. That's how deep it is. I'm drafting as Satan.
You got it.
I'm drafting as Satan. There will be pineapples. Ooh. Satan has a new shirt. Should Satan wear his new shirt?
Satan should wear his new shirt.
Ooh, it's dead sexy. Maybe Satan needs his new shorts too. Oh, he also has some new swimwear possibly.
I don't know about that. That might be too much even for us, Tom.
If you can go completely commando in a freak out video, I could be Fantasy Satan in a one-piece girl's bathing suit.
Okay.
Just saying. Not sure what we're going to do with Satan's equipment, though. My equip monk. Oh, what you gurgling there?
This is actually the last of my shock top.
Oh my God.
Boys.
Man, it's just been lasting forever. It's been shock top for months.
It was hiding behind the keg.
Okay, a hidden shock top. Okay, let's get back on track. So the 30 teams, super deep. Really, really interesting concept. Like, you know, especially if everybody's active. You know what I mean? It's going to be some
everybody's active. Like,
well, there's a lot of experts, right? Let's go through who's in this real quick. Who's in this league? Obviously, you and me, or you and I.
Yeah. You and me, Seth the Sportsman.
Okay.
Jordan
Okay.
Dynasty B-Ball.
Okay.
Of course, Josh, obviously.
Right.
And then one of our fellow addicts who's always on the website, JD Balla.
All right.
Joseph Diefenbach.
Oh, did you get a pronunciation on that?
I'm just winging it. I'm sure it's horrible.
All right, tell us how bad that was and how far off it was, JD. That'll be interesting. Hey, I'm impressed taking a stab at it. Like last week, you didn't even want to touch it.
Yeah, whatever.
But okay, so yeah, we got, you know, a couple of addicts, a couple of experts, and of course everybody else who's in this. I'm sure if you're trying to do a 30-team dynasty league, you're probably an addict and you just haven't heard of our channel yet, right?
Fair enough.
So this is going to be pretty fun. It was a $50 buy-in, year 1 of this dynasty. Go through, if you would, can you give me the draft specifics? Like, we had this lottery. And you know, when you have a lottery, you're thinking like, okay, this is where the picks get assigned. We're going to, you know, like, okay, and we're going to spin the balls. And like, oh, hey, Tom's picking 15th, you know? Okay, all right.
But that's not how this draft works.
No, okay.
There's quite a bit of strategy to this one.
This is nuts. This is really nuts. All right, so please go through, because I still am foggy on the complications and complexities and nuances of this draft setup. Please tell me what happened this weekend exactly with this lottery. What was lottery?
Okay, so anyways, Josh used this website, draftpicklottery.com, which kind of seems like a cool website, especially if you're doing a Dynasty league and, it's kind of anti-tanking. You can just put in the teams for whatever draft order they finished.
I like that.
But whatever, this is a startup league, so everybody had the same odds. Just put them in, and whoever got whatever.
Okay. Is it free to use this website, or what is this?
Yeah, I actually just tried it before we went live.
All right. So
we're a test run, and
are we switching our Dynasty leagues to this now?
I thought about it actually.
To keep tanking somewhat curbed.
Somewhat curbed. I kind of like it just because it's random, and
I wonder if we could steal their algorithm and put it on our own website just for people, right?
I'm sure it's probably not that hard.
It's probably just some math and some equations.
Random number generators.
Which we don't know anything about, but if you know anything about that on the internet, tell us. All right, sidebar, go back. Back to what's being lotteried from.
All right, so anyways, we did the lottery.
What was what website one more time?
Draftpicklottery.com.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And should I just go through kind of the order first, or more explain what we're picking for?
Explain what we're picking for and how this, like, what's being lotteried. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's not your draft position, but you get to choose where you want to be in the draft.
So depending on how you are selected in this lottery, you then, from that order, pick your pick, right?
Right, but you got to remember, this is not a snake draft. So basically, it's going to go 1 through 30. 30 is going to then pick again, first pick in the second round.
So it's sort of snakes, but not quite.
But then he's going to have the first pick of the third round and fourth pick. And if you have the very first pick, you're going to have the last pick in the second round, the last pick in the third round, the last pick fourth round, and so forth and so forth.
So it's non-snake, but it starts out 1 through 30, and then starting in the second round,
then it goes 30, to non-snake.
30 to 1 non-snake every time. Like, so.
Exactly.
Okay, so Jesus. Well, that is an interesting way to balance.
And there's another little wrinkle to it.
Oh, fuck. What now?
Basically, you can not pick a player if someone on his team has already been picked. So basically, 30 players, there's 30 players from 30 different teams in the first round.
So no matter what, we talked about this last week, I think.
Yeah.
No matter what, there will be no, like, all right, so a team that's really good where you have multiple top 10 type players, like a team like, OKC, where they got Durant and Westbrook, like, Durant and Westbrook aren't both going in the first round unless, like, Durant changes teams in free agency, right?
Right. But, I mean, that's not going to happen. So,
okay,
Russell Westbrook will be
a second-round player.
The first pick of the second round. Or Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, fuck. Are you fucking kidding me?
So, I mean, that 30th pick, you still get a fucking top 5, 6 player. And you get to pick first every other round or every round.
That right there might be enough for – okay, never mind. Like, I'll get to that later when we're talking strategy. All right. So, okay. So, and what's this? So you get assigned a team, and I saw something in an email about, like, all right, when you're assigned this team, is that your team name? How does that work? Like, it's just basically you.
Yeah, you change your team name to whatever team name of the player that you pick.
So what happens next year if, like, your guy's on a different team?
I don't think it matters. I think it's just a way for other managers to know what teams are already off the board.
Okay.
Right, that makes sense. So you look, okay, there's Golden State, there's Minnesota, there's Houston. right?
Yeah. All right. So go through. I'm thinking about all this. Like, I'm really thinking. Like, now my head is about to explode.
I'm sure.
Because I'm all right. This is just. It's very complicated. But I'm also now like picturing strategies that could be uh, employed here. So, all right, go for me if you would. Where are we all picking? Because
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through like either just kind of the people we know.
And all right, so this was done live. Josh did this live. Can you reference his podcast still? Do you remember what it was called?
I don't remember offhand.
Okay, I think it was the
Red Rock Draft.
Just look for Red Rock 30 Draft.
Just go to Josh's channel. Like
you know where it is.
You know where it is.
Just look for it. If you want to hear the whole breakdown of all 30 teams and all 30 managers, hear about whatever. Okay, so where are we all picking?
Okay, so first Jordan from Dynasty B-Ball is 28th.
Wow.
So that kind of sucks. Like 28th, I would not want to be. Not too much better is Seth the Sportsman at 26th.
Okay.
Like, honestly, like 25 to 30, that's probably where I don't want to be.
Okay, where are you?
I'm not a whole lot better. I'm actually at 20th. But I'm okay with 20th.
All right. And we talk Joe's where?
JD Baller's 17th.
Okay. All right. So you guys are top 20. All right.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're pretty close, and I'll kind of get into a little strategy, whatever. I'm going to tip my hand to JD, but it doesn't matter. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, my God.
And
my head's going to explode.
Josh Lloyd, obviously, Red Rock. He got 11th, so just outside the top 10.
Just a bit outside.
And then, so we're at 11. So you got a top 10 pick.
Woo! I did?
You did.
Okay, what'd I get?
We're going through. Keeps going. The suspense is building. And you got second pick.
Did I really? That's amazing. So wait, not quite first pick.
Not quite, but you got second.
And so, yeah. Okay. Now, all right. So that means I'm not picking second in the draft. I get to decide where I want to draft and what my draft strategy is going to be according to the draft setup.
Exactly.
All right. So, I'm definitely going towards the end of the draft.
Are you? You decided?
Yeah. I mean, I want Karl Anthony Towns real bad. Real bad. But
okay, see, I kept thinking you were gonna go with like either one or two. I mean, how can you not? How can you pass up on a Curry or a Towns?
I'll tell you why. Because if you're picking at the ass end of this draft and there's not a lot of free agent movement, you're looking at something like, I mean, like if LeBron stays with Cleveland and Durant stays with Oklahoma. That means like on that ass end 30 or like you can get a top 30 player essentially and a top 10 player. Or maybe even a top like so I'm thinking like there could be like a Kyrie, there could be a Westbrook sitting there for me. That is way better than like
I mean to even be 60. Talking about Kyrie because again, you can't draft a player that is on another team that has already been drafted. So Westbrook, Giannis, I mean, there's a lot of really good players still that are going to be there. I mean, Klay Thompson, C.J. McCollum.
I'm picking at the ass end of this draft.
Okay, how ass end? How ass end?
30th, 29th.
30th? Really?
Yeah, I think so. Because then you get the first pick in every other round. Like, I think you get a bet.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I'm just seeing this. Like, I'll take my chances with whatever the fuck is there. You know, because, again, it's whatever's the fuck's there. Like,
I think you're wrong. I think you got to do, like, 27th or 26th.
Okay. All right.
Because there's still going to be enough good players.
That you're not picking Brooklyn?
Yeah, where you're not getting Dallas or Brooklyn.
So yeah, I mean,
or Utah, or there's you got to think about it. You got to be like, okay, these are the what 5 teams that I absolutely do not want to have to pick a player from.
I'm sure I could find something. I'm sure, like honestly, like you can make a Westbrook or a Kyrie work with just about everything.
That's true.
I mean, you know what I mean? We were talking about how, like, if you take Towns early in the draft, you're hoping maybe a point guard comes back to you, that second pick in the 60th range. Like, I don't know how much I like that. This is a very complex draft strategy or draft setup here even. Like, this is fucking Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about it on our website and like, okay, so what is it?
Yeah, this is.
But I think we got to figure it out. And like, you got lucky, you got second pick. So like, honestly, this league is yours to lose.
Yeah, it is. It kind of is. I mean, that's
no
exciting.
Excuses.
I got to represent here. I mean, woo.
I don't know. So 30th, 29th, 28th.
Yeah.
I do 27th.
Yeah, because I mean, there could be like a Giannis. There could be there's a lot that there could be right
Clay,
there.
CJ.
Yeah, think about all the really great number twos on stacked.
There's a lot of number twos
that would go a lot higher in a third. Like, you know what I mean? They go a lot higher in the top 30.
There's going to be 5.
Wow.
5 really good players like in the top 5 of the second round.
And I mean, if you get stuck, all right. So think about like the teams that are going to be at that point. People are just going to be like, you're going to be picking a player from what? Utah, we said.
Utah,
Brooklyn,
Dallas, Brooklyn, Memphis.
Ooh, Memphis would be the one I don't want.
Just again for dynasty settings, yeah.
Yeah, but as much as it's dynasty, I still want to kick ass and win. I've never won like early in a dynasty setup, but like it takes me a couple years to get going in dynasty. You know.
You got your rookie sickness.
Yeah, I'm a little over it, but. All right, so this is really all right. Can I just say one thing? This is the most fucking ludicrous draft setup I've ever heard of.
Oh, and so the draft is like slow online, I think he said.
What is slow online?
I don't know. I think we just get enough time in between to like take picks, but it's going to be such a goddamn long draft.
We're going to live stream it, I guess, right? I'm going to be wearing Fantasy Satan. We need to get we'll just have like a fresh keg and just by like hour 12, we're going to be like, ugh.
I don't even know who's left anymore.
I'm just picking names out of a hat. Random name generator. God damn. I mean, that's.
So I got 20th pick.
I mean, you're still.
I got to tell you, yeah. I'm actually kind of happy with 20th.
Okay, what? I mean, well, because it's 20th selection, so you're not necessarily going to end up with 20th pick overall.
No.
But
I'm probably going to end up smack dab in the middle.
Somewhere right in the middle of the draft. Okay.
Which is good for a league like this where, I mean, it's experts, it's addicts, it's fucking other people we don't know, but like they got into this league. Like, I'm sure the competition is legit. Like, no doubt about it.
If you listen to Josh's podcast every night, you know your basketball.
So just being smack dab in the middle, I can just roll with the punches. I can see how the draft goes. If they're going to be wanting to go pay the youth tax and build for the dynasty or win now. And again, this is I've never done a 30-team league before. This is going to be nuts. And just being right in the middle of it.
Right.
Just play it safe, take the best available player, build your team. Like,
And I mean, you're not like shackled with a terrible NBA team to start. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'll be happy with someone in the top 15 to build my franchise around.
I mean, it's just going to be.
And
You're still going to have You're still going to be.
I already got a couple guys in mind that I want and I'll get. I mean, at 15, I have a pretty good idea who's going to be there and who's not.
This almost seems like all right.
Let me. Again, I just did a 20-team offline Dynasty draft with Jordan.
Was it Snake or what?
Yeah, I mean it was Snake, but you know, still 20-team Dynasty.
Okay.
And you know, there were trades and all that good stuff.
There's something about this. All right, let me just say one thing. We would normally never advocate starting a dynasty league with a complex setup like this. Like when you Josh, like again, when you're an expert, you know, do this for a living. Yeah, that makes sense.
You can pull this kind of league off.
Exactly. I mean, especially like we would say never do a dynasty league with a bunch of people you don't know. I mean, he doesn't know us. He knows we drafted with him once for a mock draft. But, like, for all he knows, we're just going to, like, you know, pull a Bronson or something. But
I would like to think we got a little more cred than pulling a Bronson. Tom.
Well, I'm sure we do. But, like, I'm just saying, like, for the average commissioner out there, you don't want to start something like this ambitious.
No, honestly, when we talk about doing a dynasty, like, I like to do a redraft before you do dynasty to weed out the fucking people that aren't going to come back.
Exactly. But even then, it's like, keep it simple. Like we've always preached keeping it simple. If you go back and look at our good commissioning tips video, we talk about keeping it simple, you know, like don't overwhelm the players in your league. Like just keep it simple. Like nobody needs to have a bunch of esoteric stats and crazy draft rules that are hard to understand. And with all that being said, as much as I'm like, what the fuck? It took me a half hour to figure this out, apparently. With all that being said now, it almost seems like a really, really fair way to do a draft this deep. Like, if you think about it, it almost spreads out the talent pretty well. And, all right, so, like, at this point, we keep thinking of it as, like, non-snake in reverse kind of thing. But really, because of the way the player structure gets thrown off with the initial first round, it shakes it all the way up. Like, it's really interesting. It's a really interesting way to allocate top talent evenly throughout the teams.
Well, yeah, which is kind of why I like it. Like, sometimes, you know, there's better ways to do it than just snake. I mean, that's why I like auction best, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I mean, there's a lot of creative ways, and like even to run a dynasty league, like I like the idea of like salary caps and contracts, but I've never been in one.
We tried to, but it's just, again, we prefer to just keep it simple.
We're addicts, not experts.
Right? We just get to play with some experts. Woo! All right, so, and of course.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, what's up?
I forgot to mention the last part of my strategy.
Okay.
So, sorry, I just want to say, but I'm going to do it. JD Balla, you pick 3 picks before I do. So, my draft spot is going to be the pick closest behind where you pick.
Oh, are you just going to like...
So I can rum ham you every round.
I was going to be like, wait a minute.
So just imagine every round for this dynasty draft, I'm picking right before you.
You know what? I'm going to rum ham you too, Ryan.
How are you going to rum ham me?
I don't know.
With your number 2 overall selection.
That would be hardcore. That'd be hardcore if I'd like wasted my early selection on just like, I'm going to be parked somewhere near Ryan. Fuck him.
we're fucking 17 picks apart. Like,
oh, I know. Only I would do something like that just to spite you. We're terrible competitive. It's terrible. So, all right. So when's this draft happening? I know he doesn't want it to happen until. All right. Well, that's the other thing too, because we're going to have the upcoming drafts players in this player pool. And
right.
So, but this is well before next year's basketball season as well. So that's, you know what I mean? That's the difference. Like, we're going to have, like, it's basically like drafting this summer, but we're setting up for next year, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, it's, once basically the big free agents are off the board and, like, we got a good idea where everybody's at, we're going to draft.
When are the big free agents off the board?
I don't know. What, July?
Okay, well, I was just trying to get an idea of when the draft might be.
Again, I'm not commish. We'll let you know. We'll keep you posted because we're excited too. But it's going to be a little bit yet.
Okay. I mean, again, you can always check out Josh Lloyd's podcast. Check out Red Rock.
No, I'm not sure if we're going to do like where we, we're going to, I guess, choose where we want to draft before we draft.
I would assume so, right? Or do you just like sign into your pick?
Nah, there's got to be like the pre-draft, then the draft.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll be fun to check out. I mean, I'm anxious to see how this all plays out on Fantrax. I've never seen, other than going to the website and just giving it a cursory viewing and kind of a little exploring. That's about it. Like, I haven't played a league, I haven't signed into anything, and I'm just, you know what I mean? I want to experience the new setup. Yahoo's killing me. Well, just look at the tools. That's the thing. I mean, let's go back and look at the Dynasty tools. Like, I won't even compare them here because I don't want to pump them up too much without getting a little pale.
No, let's we got to take them out for a little more of a test drive.
Right, but there's some interesting things. If you've ever done a Dynasty league on Yahoo or ESPN, check out Fantrax and look at a few of the comparisons. Just see features that you're not used to seeing.
I like it. Like, I'm almost kind of like a
Tempted?
silly schoolgirl crush right now.
Yeah, like, well, you saw it from afar. You're like, what's that boy's name? Like, ooh, you know,
Who's
like,
that over there?
Ooh,
That's
tee-hee.
Fantrax.
What grade is he in? Like, no, yeah, seriously.
He's the new kid in town. He moved here this summer.
Oh, interesting. Okay, all right. I'll have to sit next to him. Sit next to him at lunch, see what's going on. So
yeah, that's where we're at.
But we're gonna, we'll try to get a little date behind the bleachers for you. Take it out for a test spin, show you what it's all about in a live stream. Now, JD's already took it behind the bleachers.
You know what? I just remembered.
What's that?
We forgot to say that this podcast is actually brought to you by J Money Smooth.
Really? What happened? J Money Smooth?
Yes.
Okay, so he's back on his executive producer role again.
Absolutely. So thank you.
Was this
sorry, we kind of just went off the cuff here. Like, normally we had our notes or prepared a little better than we did today. So this doesn't count as your shout out. We'll give you another one.
Okay, well, podcasts are pretty much always brought to you by J Money Smooth. Now, how did this podcast happen to come our way, courtesy of J Money Smooth? Was this an iTunes review?
It wasn't the iTunes review. He's already actually left us an iTunes review because he's J Money Smooth, our executive producer.
Of course. But so he hit the donate button, that little buy us a beer donate button on the YouTube channel. Yeah.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
Woo!
Cheers. Oh, also, yeah, coming soon, T-shirts. There's been a clamoring.
We'll get on that.
T-shirts, yes. Yeah,
We've been talking about that forever.
Thank you, Justin.
Oh, we got a Train Sonic watching.
Oh, we got a
What's up,
Sonic sighting.
Woo!
All right. How's it going,
Now,
buddy?
speaking of that, we were talking about and planning on like doing and scheduling on our website. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do our podcast on this day at this time, or we're gonna do this mock draft at this day at this time, but we didn't do that.
No, today we were just off the cuff because again we're just chatting like a couple of schoolgirls, like, "Woohoo! Who's this Fantrax?" And we decided let's talk about Fantrax. Let's talk about Josh Lloyd's 30-team Dynasty League.
I mean, might as well make our fucking phone call productive, right?
Right, tee. So now we've been talking about fantasy sports like 3 hours.
Fantasy Sports Addicts.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woohoo! No, honestly, we don't make that up. That's actually what we do. Is we just chat like a couple chatty Cathys, talking about our fantasy sports teams.
And honestly, like when we're on the phone, like we talk way better about the fantasy sports. Like we kind of like get on the phone, talk about everything we want to talk about, and then when we go to do the podcast, like we've already talked about everything.
Yeah, we forgot. We already like hashed it out. All right. So, is there anything else we want to mention about Josh Lloyd's awesome draft, or should we just like table that for now and then like let's do a couple FSAA topics?
Yeah, let's just table that. I mean, we've talked about it quite a bit.
We're excited. I mean, that's kinky. That's awesome. Nuts. That is.
I mean, honestly, that's one of the best things. Like FSAA, we haven't made money. We've like lost a shit ton of money for production value and beer costs, but you know we've met a lot of great addicts, and we get to be in a lot of great leagues because that's kind of how we became addicts. Is always going down that rabbit hole, just trying to get in the better and better and better leagues. Like,
oh, for sure.
Like, and that's part of the thing why, like, some of these leagues I'm not even paying attention to just because they, like, aren't nearly as good as the good leagues.
Right.
I got high expectations for leagues at this point.
Yeah, I've got a handful of leagues. Like, let's face it, when we're talking about some of these dynasty leagues, our two home dynasty leagues. All right. Let's talk about those for a second because those are our babies. I mean, that's just like right now. I mean, it's you and I like going head to head, and like it's and J Money, okay, and Flash. I mean, there's like 4 of us I think at this point that are like legitimate like title contenders. Nathan maybe still, his team's not doing quite as well I think as he had hoped, but I mean,
it's still 6 or 7 teams. Like honestly,
it's all right. Yeah, I guess I'm probably not. I always view it as you and me, but now that we've got so many addicts like Andrew from Fantasy Aid in there, I'm not giving him due credit.
Nope.
But like
Neat Dog, he won it last year.
Well, I said Nathan's doing pretty well.
I'm just saying him again.
Okay. Well, so nobody can be counted out at this point, but we know who's in this, and like this is just going to be a goddamn bloodbath the rest of the way. And speaking of that, I think you owe me a pie bet.
Fuck you.
Yeah, beat you 6-5. That was from the last podcast.
And our batting average was literally .001 difference.
Yep. Just a scotch part. And right, we tied in saves. I mean, wasn't much I could do about the saves thing. Batting average, my team ended up kind of crapping out. But then, of course, with my rosters not being set, I did miss things that were going on actually happening. But I still scraped by. At worst, we would have like tied.
The same team. I've left like 3 starters on the bench that like killed it.
I'd be willing to let the pie bet slide just because of the roster shenanigans over the weekend.
No.
No, you'll still do the pie?
I'm not gonna welch. Like
I'm not. Well, it's not that you're welching. It's that I'm giving you the option to like cancel.
No, you're not. It's not an option.
Well, there was roster issues for both of us with Yahoo fucking up. I'm just saying it's not. You know what I mean?
Tom, if I would have beat you, you better believe you'd be taking a pie to the face.
Oh, I wouldn't ask to be let out. I wouldn't ask to be let out.
Well, I wouldn't let you get let out. Like honestly,
even with the roster shit.
No, I would never talk to you again if you didn't pie yourself.
All right, fine, you fucking fuck. You're gonna fucking pie your fucking face.
Yes, I will.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm just saying, honestly, like we made a pie bet, and like if you try to pull some like, oh, the Yahoo didn't put my goddamn roster right, I saved it and it didn't save, and I'm not gonna pie myself. Like I don't even know you anymore.
No, I was gonna say I've yet to pie myself, so I was actually looking forward to the chance to pie myself. I mean, that was what I was gonna say.
No, you pied yourself. There's the Cardinals bet with Bronson, the original pie bet.
Okay.
That was the shaving cream.
That was one you made that I got caught up in. I got caught up in it. You made it on behalf of both of us, and all of a sudden I was in it. All right, well, so I've never had my own pie-related bet personally.
Okay, it's my fault you pied yourself. Whatever.
Well, I was going to say if we tied, we should have both pied ourselves and then pied your pug, you know?
Yeah.
But that's all right. All right, so you're going to get pied. I guess last week you weren't so keen on the idea of me baking you a pie, but I might bake you a pie. We'll have it cooling on the windowsill. Like, I don't know. We could actually make it like a cool video. Like have a pie waiting on a windowsill. You like walk by. Hey, what's this? And then like just right in your face.
If you want to bake me a pie, go for it.
Oh yeah, but then I'm gonna want to. I was gonna say then I'm gonna want to eat it.
I was gonna say I'll eat that shit up.
I mean, oh man, I don't know. We're gonna have to consider what kind of pie should be selected here. Well, I'll let you. You can find a time of your choosing, and you decide when the pie should happen. I won't push the pie issue.
We'll do it when we get together next. I guess you get to pie me.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Can I actually throw it like comedy style, like Krusty the Clown?
Please.
Oh, it'll miss you though. Then it won't.
I know.
Oh, I need like
you
several
throw
pies.
like someone that can't throw very well.
Nice PC save, right?
Thank you.
Nice PC save, because we all know there are people out there who can throw better than other people. Of all genders. Man. Yeah, so, all right. So, one last thing related to our home leagues, our favorite Dynasty leagues. What in the dick is going on with Bronson?
Oh, my God, the Bronson update.
Going to the Bronson update desk. Woo!
I think I'm replacing him.
Yikes.
I mean, because again, what do we ask for Addicts? Is that you're active, competitive, and victorious.
Well, you try to at least get to the competitive portion by being active, right?
Right.
I mean, we can't all be victorious.
No, you can't all be victorious.
I mean, I'd call victorious being like playoff level every year.
That's competitive.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, all right. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
Yes.
Some sort of color in your trophy cabinet is victorious.
But, I mean, if you're victorious and you're a good manager, you get a lot of leeway. Simple as that.
Yeah, if you're winning and you're just kicking ass, your team's just rocking and rolling, like
Joe,
free balling.
Angry Mets fan Joe, he's been AWOL in my league for fucking the whole goddamn season almost.
Yeah, and we're worried about that.
We are, but at the same time, I'm not about to replace him.
No, he's got my trophy for my league right now.
I know what's going on with Joe in personal life, but so you get the leeway. And if you're competitive, just stay competitive.
Just maintain trying to win, whatever.
And if you're at least active, because honestly, what it comes down to is active is all we ask for.
Set your lineups, communicate on the message boards.
Make moves.
Yeah, make moves where appropriate. If you're rebuilding a team, maybe you can't make tons of moves, but there's always some moves to make somewhere. there's always a little tinkering you can do. Even like the best team, you can always do a little roster tinkering, right? Like,
and I mean, even if you got a horrible team, like at least field an active lineup.
right. I mean, you don't necessarily have to like win, but you can try to play spoiler or I don't know.
Just at least make it somewhat competitive. Like if you're a manager of a baseball club, you can't throw out 7 players.
Right. You have to have 9 on the field.
Right. So I always try to at least have
a full roster.
Exactly.
Or as close to full. Like, again, it's like that all my leagues situation where all of a sudden like Jorge Soler gets sent back down and like you can't drop him. You're not going to drop him, but like so now you have like you leave him in your lineup. You're rebuilding. Like that's one of those things. You know that guy's coming back. He was up. But like
the AML is a whole nother story because
I get that. I'm just
a bench spot. That was like,
all
you
right.
can't have him in your NA, but whatever.
I get that. I'm making the case though. Where,
I know. I'm sorry. Just the AML. That's still a little bit of a sore subject, but
I understand.
I'm happy to report that AML is no more. They folded.
All my leagues folded. It's too bad
all my leagues.
All my fucking fucked out the windows. It's too bad we couldn't have picked them up. All their like side freaks, weirdos.
They'll find us.
Maybe there's a Reddit we can go be like, hey, what happened to all my leagues? Oh wait, come on over here. Oh, and people could just set up their own FSA leagues. It'd be great. That way we don't have to have 55 side accounts.
Too many leagues.
We can't play in leagues with all of you. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of leagues. Oh my god.
So we actually have Bronson here with us. We were just talking about. All right. Like, honestly, Bronson, let me just say it right now, call it out. Like, am I going to have to replace you in the Dynasty leagues? Because if I replace you in mine, Tom is replacing you in his.
So please call your shot. Are you in or are you out?
Just let me know. Like, you can still play basketball. Like, baseball's not your thing. I get it. I don't care. Like, it's nothing personal.
I want Bronson to be in it, though.
I know you do. You've expressed that. This is me and Bronson, and like,
I know.
Honestly, I got nothing personal against you. Like, you're still welcome in the basketball league. I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Let him call his shot. If he wants in, he's in. But like, I mean, again, now we're gonna have to jump him out like it's a fucking gang. We're gonna have to like strip his motorcycle club patch. We're gonna have to black out your League of Evil tattoo, buddy.
I just have one of my pugs dry hump his cat.
Well, we're gonna Photoshop that.
Max. Where he gives you that little look as he's doing it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm fucking humping all the dogs. God damn it. Oh, that's terrible. I do hope. All right, Bronson, I know what went down was all fucking nuts, but honestly, you got good stuff there to work with. I hope you stick it out. You know, like
he says he's in as he doesn't want to leave. Well, if you don't want to leave,
you got to play. You got to play,
moves.
buddy.
You got to set your lineups. You got to like put players in their DL and out of the NA when they get called up. Like, if you're just gonna not do anything, you're not in the league. Like,
right.
There's nothing about that. And like, honestly, like, if you're not Bronson Employer of the Year, I would have replaced you already.
Fair enough. We still have to mail him his plaque. We haven't mailed people anything.
Did Wood ever even see our video we made for his
I don't
trophy?
think. I told him we did. I don't think he saw it. I even told him we had him a trophy and to send him. He didn't send me his address. So maybe Woot's just some homeless guy that like checks his email like and his team's at a library. I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's not that bad. I feel
whatever. We're just gonna say we're making all these trophies for our leagues, but we're not going to ever mail them out, and we're just going to have these trophies that we didn't win, that we made, that we think look cool. Like, yeah, here's this golden locker that you open up, and there's an ass and an ass picture. Like,
well, I wish in that case I had the sword back.
That was a good league.
That was a great sword, man. I love that. So remember, I was telling you, what if I had this? I could have waved it yet. Just all this year, that'd be great. Oh, man.
Hopefully you get it back. Hopefully you win your league. I know you're hoping
Oh
to.
man, if I'm waving a scimitar, but see, you already said last week. All right, Bronson. First thing, one thing, last thing before I move on from the Bronson subject. First thing I think you should do, buddy. You should flip Anthony Rendon, trade him for a mint. Should be able to get something good out of Anthony Rendon.
Why not? You traded everybody else that had any value on your team.
Or hold him. I mean, because it's hard to come by, good third baseman and second baseman these days.
Well, because you're going to take some fucking minor league player that isn't going to be up in the league for fucking 3 years.
Yeah, but you could probably get something else. I'm thinking you could get something else. Hell, you could probably go get your double Gallo.
Whatever.
Just throwing it back out there. All right, but here's the situation that I'm really
planting the seed to give it to you again, Bronson.
What? No, I'm trying to work this out, work it around again. Gallo's already been traded.
Work it around again.
Yeah, Bronson's already, there's already been a Gallo trade, so like he's not like forever locked out of Gallo. It's not like I'm just saying. All right, whatever. Just thoughts, but really the thoughts that I have that have been most concerning and keeping me up at night for now a week or so. Last podcast we spoke, you were talking of ending these dynasty leagues.
Well,
our favorite leagues, the leagues you love the most, the teams you have put more time in and more love into than any other.
Yes.
I think you're insane. I think you're a very bad man.
Some people just want to see the world burn.
Yeah, well, we're not going to burn these goddamn leagues down. What I'm going to do is, since I'm co-commish, I'm going to transfer your league to Fantrax. I'm actually going to transfer it. You don't have to be in it. I'll give your team to somebody else.
Well, I mean, honestly.
Like, what if Fantrax is good and we can transfer our leagues? Why not just transfer our leagues? Our leagues are good.
Sometimes you just gotta hit the reset button.
I
honestly think if we can still have the same managers, and this is like, okay, we've gone through so many managers through the years. I mean, even like honestly, how many managers are left from the original draft? Like me and you?
There's like 4 or 5 of us.
I don't even think there's that many.
Yeah, there's you. All right, there's 4 of us. I think there's 4 of us.
I mean, again,
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The leagues have carried on. They have stood the test of time. And here's the thing. All right, so we went from having like 5, 6.
The league still is going to hold the test of time.
I understand that, but here's the thing. In terms of the teams that we have, we had 5 to 6 really good teams last year. We have 7 to 8 really good teams this year. So, like, it's the parity's getting better, okay? And, like, we have new managers we brought in this year, and if we're just going to tell them, like, oh, the league's going to end, what the fuck is their incentive? You know what I mean? Like, they want these teams. We just all made trades to make these teams. Like, why are we giving up on our teams that we all just put so much work into?
Well,
just now got our hands on.
You got your clone team, so I already know you're not going to give these teams or these leagues up.
Oh, never. From my cold dead hands.
Yes, I know that going in. Like, I'm not delusional. Like,
if we want fresh, new, let's just do another fresh dynasty. We have a fresh dynasty. We're in it right now.
I'm already in so many goddamn dynasties.
You can't even keep track of them. But, like, why would you, you know what I mean? Do you want to start over all your dynasties or something? Like, why? Like, you've built, like, ridiculously awesome teams. I have built ridiculously awesome teams. And I put years and years and years into that. Just now, when I'm good, about to, like, if I could kick your ass 6-5 in the finals, right? Barely playing, missing starts. Now I give that team up. No, that's not how this is going to go down. I'll call for a goddamn league mutiny. We're just going to, hey, I've been part of like orchestrated mob hits. And think we can't take out the commish? I'm just saying, I don't want to, dude. Clone teams aren't going nowhere.
No way.
No.
I know.
I got clone teams and hoops, so we're not canceling these fucking leagues. We will transfer them to Fantrax if we move to Fantrax.
But can we get our managers to move?
Yes. It's like moving Springfield. You just everybody puts the house on a flatbed. If it works, like if they can see that their teams are there and they see that it's better, again, being able to trade all right, I'm not going to go through. We're not getting paid. I don't want to go through all the awesome features that would make our jobs as commissioners so much easier, and the enjoyment of managing in a dynasty league so much more enhanced. I get like I said, we want to. Who's that new guy? Man. All right. So here's the thing: we're gonna have to decide: are we switching from Yahoo and ESPN over to Fantrax or some other site like Flea Flicker? We're gonna do some website reviews, check them out, do a draft or two. I think we're doing a draft, maybe, what do you got tonight? Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night?
Tonight or tomorrow, we'll figure it out.
Let's work on something.
So Brunson wants to know what you're going to do with pick 2. He's going into the tank that proudly as ever.
No, I was going to say, earlier in the draft or the podcast here, I was talking about I wanted to, if I pick 30th, I'll roll the dice with whatever supposed piece of shit first pick that is, and then just draft Westbrook on the turn. Because, again, that's assuming players don't change teams. And I'm kind of assuming a lot of these players won't change teams. You think about all the teams with stacked lineups where there's multiple players in the top 25,
Oh, yeah.
That means they're going to last later into the draft because the way this first round of this draft works.
If you want to know, Brunson, just listen to this. We talked about it.
So, I like the way the player pool gets allocated here. It's really interesting. I think it's actually really anti-first pick in some regards. But then again, I don't know.
This is going to be a good goddamn league. Stay tuned for our live stream of the draft when it happens. You know what the problem is? I would kill to do a mock draft, with a random, not our draft order or not our pick order. If we could all get together and mock with just again, whatever randomized thing, with the same settings, so it's not necessarily reflecting what we will do, but I want to see how this draft plays out in terms of talent allocation. You know what I mean? That's my only, kind of pause. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
About this draft. I wish I could have seen this in a redraft format first, because it really is interesting. It's fucking Looney Tunes is what the fuck it is. All right, so I'm just excited. Again, we're not used to doing really super deep. 20 teams, that's deep enough. That's all Yahoo lets you do, I think. Right? I don't think you can get any deeper than that anywhere.
I don't know. I've never done deeper than 20.
Apparently. Yeah. So,
also, we're kind of neglecting football.
There's just so much basketball still going on, and I'm so very involved in baseball. What the nine shits do I do here?
That's true.
That's what we were talking about on the phone. I am not just inherently a football fan myself. I root for the Cardinals, but football's not a sport. It's just not a sport I enjoy, perhaps, I guess. I don't know. And I'm so into basketball and baseball, especially fantasy-wise, that I put all my attention and all my research and thoughts into those. So when you've got that overlap of football, I'm still very high intensity baseball that I can't spend that same fucking energy going into learning, who do I want this year? And so I don't even have a favorite football player. or a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like I didn't. You know what I mean?
You just don't know.
I mean, I know who players are.
Free
but
balling. You're going to the draft free balling.
Well, and a lot of times, I mean, again, staying active. You pick up the next guy up all the time. Like I'm very active in football, and I win my good fair share of championships. But
it's not hard to be active in football where like they play like 1-2 days out of the week.
Right. You just
like when you're doing like 20 goddamn baseball leagues.
For sure.
Football, like fuck, man, I could do 100 and like still not even be half of what fucking baseball is.
Right. So I'm just so heavily involved in baseball usually, and like at the end of baseball, that's playoffs, and you know, like I'm in win now mode hopefully, and
well, like we're in the finals. We're in the finals of basketball. I already did a 20-man dynasty draft. I'm about to do another goddamn 30-team dynasty draft.
And like, yeah, and we're supposed to be like gearing up for football. I mean, we can't punt football entirely. I mean, it's still there. We're gonna do.
I
need a draft. I need a football draft. Like at this point,
this is what we're talking about. I mean,
the longest I've gone so far.
And football's been open for a while now, and we still haven't actually done a real league.
We did 2 mock drafts, and
I mean, we've done a couple more that we haven't like broadcast.
Yeah, but like, I need a real I need a real draft. I need a real team. I need something. But see, that's the thing. It's like if we're switching off of Yahoo, are we doing it on Yahoo? Or are we doing it on Fantrax? Where are we doing it at?
We're not making the switch yet.
Okay, so we're going to do a draft on Yahoo.
Yes.
And I guess if we decide we make the switch, maybe we just transfer it over. Because I think you can transfer shit in.
I mean, again, I still have like dynasty leagues where I'm not the commish.
Okay.
I just bell on. I mean, some of these leagues I've been in for fucking
convince the commish. Convince the commish to go to Fantrax and tell them why. Tell them about your website.
Sometimes that's a hard sell.
I hear that. I understand. Well, we're going to have a hard sell moving Woot.
I'm not a very good salesman.
We'll make a video. If we're moving, hey, we might decide. You know, that's the thing is like how often in life does the grass seem greener on the other side? I know it can
change his cold heart song.
Wait, what?
We make a song, a video where we sing.
Oh yeah, we need to melt his icy heart, right?
Yes.
Well, it's a cool island.
Yes. That was the reference I was going for.
Okay, yes, I get you. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, I mean, yes, I think so. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have a hard enough time moving our own people.
So thinking that it's another commish to do it.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a bold order, but we're not even convinced we are. How many times does it seem like in life that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, and you get on the other side of the fence, and you're like, yeah. I think I'll just go back over.
I think Bronson is saying that he would tank if he had the second pick, which is why you don't listen to Bronson because you got the second pick.
Yeah. At this point, I got the fucking league swinging from my nuts. The only better choice to have is first.
Right.
So I mean,
you're going to be in a goddamn good position where you're either getting Curry and Cat or picking first with like Westbrook or Giannis.
Right. I mean, so there's definitely some, I don't know. Ugh. That back end of that second round could be fucking titties. Sorry, that was probably inappropriate.
I don't see what was wrong with it.
Okay. Do we have any questions before we wind this podcast down? We got any?
We got a few viewers with us.
We'll give you guys a
minute questions.
I want to cue something up because just in the tune, you know, just it's pretty crazy here. Josh's settings. I think I found a song to lead us out.
Oh my! All right, fuck it. Let's. You want to go ahead and close with our prayer, and let's just fucking wrap up.
Yeah, I think.
Wait.
Well, we got a question.
It's kind of a question complaint.
Complaint, huh?
Andrew from Fantasy Aid says that he sent you a trade offer that you never responded to, and then he ended up canceling it, and you're not being active, and you suck, jackass. His words, not mine.
Okay, yeah, that was that the one with Shields and Cole? I mean,
I don't know what it is.
I was thinking about a
You're
counteroffer. He keeps trying to get Piscotty off me, Piscotty and Cole. And I'm not going to be shitty here, Andrew, but I haven't exactly liked the offers necessarily. You didn't like my one counteroffer. I mean, we're still working on it. We still got some back and forth, but I think you actually canceled it before I had found what I thought my appropriate back and forth would have been. I think if we're talking about the same thing, unless there's something else I totally missed.
That's not the Biscotti League. Bryant and Desmond. Head-to-head's a snake league that's redraft. Which one? We're in like seven.
Yeah, dude. All right, this is definitely like a side account team there. That's definitely a side account team. And that's all right. So, yeah, side account's basically on fuck you mode right now for me. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Send it again. We'll look at it. I don't know. I've gotten a little bit better, like checking in on my side.
If it's a side account league, Tom, just throw the dude a bone.
I probably will.
Right?
Right? Like, because I'm kind of punting side account. And again,
there's that one league where you want to move a starting pitcher. I'm already like just dead last. Like, I'll give you something sweet that nobody can complain about.
Right. Well, I mean, that's because it's a side account.
Is that collusion?
A little bit. But
wait. Fantasy Aid or Andrew saying it's our official one.
Yeah, so that's what I figured.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. Both the FSA head-to-head and auction league are both on my side account that like
mine too.
I rarely check. And honestly, Andrew, the same thing about your money league where I'm just free balling my way to third place pretty much.
Oh, I'm free balling my way to suck down.
I didn't even like draft half the team.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you got bumped out. That's right.
I was doing like yard work and I forgot all about it. Oh, you
missed it. Yeah, okay. All right. Fuck, yeah. Yeah, all right. So... yeah, that's very true. Okay, so unfortunately, those are very good leagues, by the way. Those are very good leagues. We just had the fucking mistake of putting them on our side account. All my main account is kicking ass.
We're addicts and like we have so many Dynasty leagues
that are on the main account. Yeah,
we jump in one as fast as we can.
But this, all right. So from now on, though, we've talked about this already before. From now on, and this may not even be an issue if we were to switch to something like Fantrax. I don't know. But like Yahoo, you can only have 8 teams at once.
Well, that's the problem where it's like 5-6 keeper leagues.
Yeah, your account's already blocked up. But yeah, so we need to have, our main accounts, like they got to have the FSA leagues, I think, and money leagues, like again. I mean,
honestly, Yahoo just needs to have more than 8 leagues.
Yeah, that's pretty.
We're addicts, goddammit.
I need more than 8.
8? Are you kidding me? What is this? No. Fucking hopscotch? And...
No. I picture it something like personal use versus intent to distribute. Like Yahoo is the state where like the personal use amount is so low. It's like if you have any more, like whoa, intent.
Whoa.
Yeah. So like, but I guess ESPN, they're a more lenient state. You can have more grams of the product.
I don't know. Fantrax must be Colorado.
It's just free, just whatever, as much as you need. Yes, I think that's actually kind of a good analogy. Like, right?
I thought it was funny.
Personal use versus intent to distribute. And we are definitely intent to distribute with our fantasy sports.
We're addicts.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's always the hilarious thing. If you've ever seen an episode of Cops where somebody is like getting busted for drugs, and you're like, "Wait a minute," and the guy's like, "No, that's personal use, man." The cop's like, "No, that's too much," and you're like, "No, that seems like a reasonable amount." Like, you agree? You're like, "Yeah, it seems reasonable."
You have it split into separate baggies.
No,
And you have a giant wad of cash.
That's so I can ration myself, buddy. Oh man. I'm so glad we can
Out
work
of
at
control.
I'm so glad we could work in a cops reference in this podcast. Oh shit. All right, let's wrap this up.
Woo!
Shut it down.
All right, that's enough, guys. You had fun.
We had fun. Everybody, thank you. Fantasy Sports Serenity Prayer goes as follows. Ryan, or am I doing it?
Fantasy gods.
Fantasy gods.
Please grant me the serenity to actually check my lineups and not forget about my side account teams.
Ugh.
And the courage to at least put my DL players in the DL slot and NA players in the NA slot and filled an active lineup.
Bronson.
And the wisdom,
as always,
at least be a good manager and respond to trade offers and not leave them sitting like Tom and Melinda and Joe and too many other goddamn managers who won't even goddamn respond to goddamn trade offers.
Yep. Oh, god damn it. If you want great shit like this, go to our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com, or you can hit us up on Twitter.
Tom.
Whoa. Yeah. Huh? See?
If we tweet our Serenity Prayer,
yeah,
it is exactly 148 characters.
Is it? Okay.
Exactly. Like, I think if you put a period.
Okay. What does that mean? So you just tweeted a lot now, or what?
I just tweeted it once, and I just thought it was kind of like meant to be or something. If it actually fit like the max or the perfect number of characters.
Okay.
I don't know. Fuck you, Tom. I thought it was cool.
It is cool. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look. I was gonna look at it myself and possibly retweet it or whatever. I don't know. I was just like, all right, I'm a little high, so I'm slow to respond. Sorry, asshole.
Woo! All right. So where will you find? Where am I on the website, anyways? If you want to come and chat with me,
we're going to the website. To the website right now.
SportsAddicts.com.
And on Twitter @letter F, letter S, the word double, letter
A. Please leave us a iTunes review. Be like, these guys, they don't really talk about fantasy sports. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
It's just fucking dicked.
It's dick. They dicked her.
You dicked her. Oh, man. Fuck. Well, all right. So it's a great podcast. And Josh's league, the draft coming up, looks like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. With that in mind, it's a crazy draft. Might even be a little bit Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes? Is that what you're playing?
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep. Da-da-da.